13 WMAZ invited you to a debate, and it's going to be on Mercer's campus on October 13th, but you haven't responded. Do you intend to be
I'm
there?
not going to respond to anything because that's not a debate, and you know that. When you got people that have contributed to his campaign and is in this room, that only two people are going to see it on Sunday night, I think, NFL football. Like, God, I'm giving you an opportunity to be statewide so everybody can see what it is, see the contrast between the two of us. I don't know how you can ask for anything better. That's like the rumble in the jungle. Everyone get a chance to see. He and I go at it because he's a sitting senator, and I'm from Riceville, Georgia, this little country boy that's not too smart, and I'm trying to unseat a senator that has been there wrecking things. So I'm going to call him Wrecking Ralph and stuff, that he got to get to Savannah, Georgia to go up against Herschel Walker, and you ought to tell him that. October the 14th, Savannah, Georgia, in front of an audience, and he get to be statewide. He can't ask for nothing better than that. You know that.
So even though Herschel Walker was invited to a debate on October 13th in Macomb, Georgia, he won't go because he doesn't want to compete with Sunday Night Football. Only October 13th is a Thursday. So, yeah. Now, in fairness, Walker and Senator Warnock are going to have a debate on October 14th in Savannah, Georgia, but it's not exactly a surprise that Walker and his handlers aren't jumping at the opportunity for more exposure. As you might have gleaned, Walker isn't exactly the most articulate or capable or informed person you'll ever come across. Here's an example of what I mean.
That he got rid of the pipeline. Get rid of the pipeline. Get rid of our energy. Start this downfall. Because we need energy for everything. Do y'all know that? And they were talking about the Green New Deal. You know, climate change. I'm going to help y'all with that real quickly. And I'm going to do it in the Wrightsville way so you can understand what I'm saying. We, in America, have some of the cleanest air and cleanest water of anybody in the world. So what we do is we're going to put from the Green New Deal millions or billions of dollars cleaning our good air up. So all of a sudden China and India ain't putting nothing in there cleaning that situation up. So all that bad air is still there. But since we don't control the air, our good air decided to float over to China, bad air. So when China gets our good air, their bad air gotta move. So it moves over to our good air space. And now we gotta clean that back up.
Did you get all that? And so now, because Republicans have recognized that the more they allow Herschel Walker to speak freely, the more people will actually hear him, they've settled on a new strategy that looks a little more like this.
Christine Noem from the great state of South Dakota. I am here with my friend Herschel, and I think all of you out there need to get on board with Herschel. Herschel is running. He's going to win. He's the fantastic new leader for the Republican Party, and we need him in the U.S. Senate, don't we, Herschel?
We do, and with a leader like this, I know I'm going to win.
Listen, he's been in every fight to save America since I've known you for the last several years, and now he is all into the Senate race, and it is more important than ever that we stop this socialist, Marxist agenda that's trying to take over the country. And I'll tell you what, the guy he's running against is one of the biggest instigators. We need to take him out. Herschel's the guy. He knows how to win.
He vote with Biden, I vote with the voters.
No, Herschel's for you. Vote for Herschel.
Like a little kid with his mom, being very well behaved and only speaking when he's spoken to. For a political party that spent the last 2 years falling over itself and claiming that Biden's handlers aren't letting him speak, it really is rich watching them elevate a guy to the Republican nominee for Senate who would be hard-pressed to string one whole sentence together. Although, for a political party that's basically become a cult of personality for Donald Trump, I guess we really shouldn't be surprised. And on this idea that Raphael Warnock is somehow, quote, wrecking things, like Walker said, he quite literally has no idea what he's talking about. Warnock has either sponsored or offered amendments on 79 bills. Bills like the Maternal Health Quality Improvement Act, the Improving Care for Veterans Act, the Capping Prescription Drug Costs Act, the Crisis Counseling Act, the Improving Access to Telebehavioral Health Services Act, the Affordable Insulin Now Act, and on and on. The notion that Warnock is not one of the most compassionate, active, and engaged senators is ignorant at best and just plain plain stupid at worst. Also, let's be clear about the agenda that Walker would help usher through if he was elected. First of all, let's not pretend that it's anything other than whatever Sean Hannity tells him is good on air. So there is zero doubt that we'll see the Investigate Hunter Biden Act of 2023 if that guy takes power. But we also don't have to wonder, because here he is admitting to at least one plank right here.
Now, part of the women's issues that you spoke about, Roe v. Wade was noticeably absent. Why did you choose to kind of leave that out?
Because it goes back to the state, and people got to think about it. One of the things I've said many times, and I get upset because some of our sitting senators did this when a Supreme Court justice almost lost his life. A guy almost wanted to kill a Supreme Court justice. We had sitting senators talking about it when yet they knew for a fact our Supreme Court was not ruling whether it was fair, whether it was legal or illegal. They were ruling to send it back to the people, to the states. And yet they was talking about that. And I said, we got to get people in Washington that's going to do the right thing. Not try to get the people emotional, but get the people to know, understand what's really going on. What's going on right now, there's a midterm coming up in November. They want to lie to the people. They want to get them off track. The problem we got right now, gas prices too high. Grocery prices too high. They got wokeness in our school, wokeness into our military. They call our men and women in blue thugs and criminals. We can't live like that. Crime is going up. And I bet some of you don't want to go to the mall sometime at night. You don't want to go because of crime. And I said, guys, we can't live like that. We never were living like that. The people we got in Washington is taking us back rather than taking us forward. We should be moving forward, not backwards.
So that was supposed to be an answer about Roe before that car took a wild left turn and veered right off the cliff. But what's clear is that Walker absolutely supports the GOP position on stripping a woman of her bodily autonomy. And of course, he couches it in the usual Republican euphemism of leaving it up to the states. But if you're dumb enough to think that Republicans are going to stop there, then I've got a bridge to sell you. Republicans have already introduced the Heartbeat Protection Act in this Congress, where it has no chance of passing, which would make abortion illegal nationwide when a, quote, fetal heartbeat is detectable, which already is a complete misnomer since Republicans love to pretend that it's around 6 weeks, when in reality, it takes around 20 weeks for the chambers of the heart to even develop. But facts don't matter to them. What matters is contorting these definitions to fit into their predetermined outcomes. Herschel Walker would very clearly be a rubber stamp for exactly those kinds of anti-woman, anti-freedom policies. So while I don't expect to see too many debates between Warnock and Walker, the reality is that we already know more than enough to recognize who Herschel Walker is. He is yet another rubber stamp for the GOP, a drone who will repeat the talking points he hears on Fox News, all in service of a party that could not care less about serving regular Americans and is solely focused on serving itself. Before you go, couple things. First, if you want to support my work, the best way is to subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button is right here on the screen. And second, if you want to see and hear more from me, check out my website, briantylercohen.com. That way you can get links to my podcast, merchandise, ways to donate to voting rights organizations, and so much more. The thumbnail is also right here on the screen, so go check it out. And as always, thank you so much for watching.